let's jump right into the conversations for today. And there's some pretty serious issues going on. The minority is currently calling for the interdiction of the Registrar of the Scholarship Secretariat because the story is on citynewsroom.com. Let me just get into it right away. The minority in Ghana's parliament has demanded the immediate interdiction of the Registrar of the Scholarship Secretariat following an investigative report by the Fourth Estate into his conduct. Now, the report alleges that scholarships intended for deserving and academically excellent students in need were instead granted on the basis of political affiliations and other inappropriate criteria. According to the Fourth Estate's investigation spanning 2019 to 2020, individuals linked to the new ruling the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP, were reportedly given preferential treatment in the scholarship awards. One NPP official allegedly received multiple scholarships totaling £57,000, 210, for postgraduate studies, while a special assistant to the vice president's spouse purportedly obtained £17,355 for a program in the UK which they allegedly never attended. In light of these revelations, the minority MPs are demanding the immediate resignation of Kingsley Agyeman, the Registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. They also calling for a prompt investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor into the operations of the Secretariat. The minority statement emphasizes that these findings have been corroborated by testimonies from Ghanaians, both domestically and internationally. Now I quote, "The series of investigations by the Fourth Estate have since been corroborated by other patriotic Ghanaians, both home and abroad. Many have cited instances of extortion, bribery, and collection of kickbacks, allegedly involving the Registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, Kingsley Agyeman, and other officials. The other first-hand chilling accounts of our compatriots who have reached out to the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat for help reveal wanton corruption and gross abuse of office by these officials of the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia MPP government," part of the statement read. Now, the minority also called on President Akufo-Addo to act swiftly to protect the public purse from further abuse. Widespread reports of multiple scholarships worth several thousands of dollars, sometimes awarded to the same individuals in the same year, reveal the extent of abuse of the taxpayers' money. Now, worst of all, it has been reported that these awards are sometimes handed to MPP-aligned persons for 2-week training programs abroad in return for some kickback. In light of the above revelations, and others, which will be contained in details of the over 900 foreign scholarships awarded between 2019 and 2020, yet to be published by the Fourth Estate, the NDC Minority Caucus in Parliament hereby demands the following urgent actions. Number one, the immediate interdiction of the Registrar of the Ghana Scholarships Secretariat, Kingsley Agyeman, pending investigations into its operations. And two, the Special Prosecutor must order an immediate forensic audit of all scholarships awarded since January 2017. We call on President Akufo-Addo to act swiftly on this matter in order to protect the public purse from further abuse, the statement added. And let me start with Paul on this matter. Paul.
Grego.
It seems pretty scandalous that persons, first of all, persons who cannot be described as needy, seem to be benefiting from a scheme that was designed for deserving but needy, those who cannot afford to cater for themselves, yet they are meritoriously deserving to further their education. Now it seems to be something that's tossed around for others who can otherwise afford it.
Well, good morning, and good morning to our viewers, and a special good morning to our Kusia Kanewu in the UK watching us right now. Kweku, since 1960, we have had the scholarship secretariat in place, and it was a creation of the presidency to oversee both internally and externally scholarships for citizens who for one reason or the other are in need, all right, and needed to be supported by the state. And that was basically the essence of the secretariat. But you see, since 1960, we have not been able to, legislate any form of backing for the secretariat. It has always been at the discretion of whoever is in charge. And so, honestly, I do not support the call by the minority for his interdiction. Okay. However, I support the call that the special prosecutor must be invited into the conversation and see where he has faulted, because at the end of the day, personally, I do not even have the moral right to discuss this, because a family member is a beneficiary.
Okay.
That notwithstanding, that family member was in need. But we have to draw the line between those who really needed. That need-based assessment must be done. And then also we look at the angle of that political side, because clearly the need-based, is far less compared to the political elites who have benefited from the scheme.
So the way I see it, right? Let's say, for example, you've done your first degree,
right,
and you want to do a postgraduate, right?
Agree.
Now you go and do a postgraduate, and let's say the course you want to do is not offered in Ghana. So you want to go do a postgraduate in, let's say, the UK, for example, or Switzerland or wherever, and it's going to cost you, let's say, 40,000 euros to go and do that. To be fair, you did your undergrad, it cost you maybe 10,000 cedis or 20,000 cedis. You found money, you were able to manage it and did it. But 40,000 is quite a bit of a jump, right? So if the scholarship scheme comes in at that point, there's a need. You can't afford to go and do it. You've received the various things, to be able to access the school, but you can't go because of financial. For me, there's no issue there.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
But where it is that it seems or it appears that people that can afford to, and of course it's a subjective thing, so we can't sit here and say they can afford or they can't afford.
I agree.
But politically connected persons,
right,
should they be the ones that have access to it?
You see, the point I was even driving at earlier was about the fact that we have these same courses being done here in Ghana. In a situation where we do not even have universities set up for that or those courses, we have their affiliates, all right? Yes, in Ghana. And so I do not see why somebody should be given a scholarship to go to the UK to study law when we have all these faculties, in these universities in Ghana. So such a person, there's GIMPA, there's UPSA, there's Cape Coast, there's Legon, there's Tech. All these institutions are offering, courses in law, LLB, what have you, all right? So why would the state be sponsoring somebody in that regard? If it is health related, we know we are limited to an extent.
But even that, we are one of the leading countries on the continent when it comes to the medical side of things.
that can still be argued, to an extent. But you see, there are situations where the courses such people want to better understand, appreciate that angle, have that expertise, specialize. We do not have such here. And so there is the need for them to go, abroad and have such, go through those specializations. Compare that to someone offering, say, Bachelor of Business Administration or Masters in Business Administration. Yeah. These are people who really could have easily been offered scholarships here in Ghana. So why would somebody be sponsored to go to the US, be paying 50,000 in excess in dollars, 30,000 pounds, and be studying in the UK, when such a person could have easily gone through our processes here in Ghana to go to GIMPA or the UPSA or even Central University. Yeah. All these universities are offering these courses. So clearly, there's a missing link. And that is why I'm also advocating for the call for a legislation that kind of spells out the criteria under which a person must be given a scholarship. Yes, the need assessment must be done at all levels, be it politically exposed or whoever. If the guideline is followed and it is established that indeed Akwesi is needy, and by virtue of that need, he qualifies based on so and so, then we allow. Okay. All right. But where it is at the whims and caprices of, excuse me to say, those at the helm of affairs, then that's where the challenge comes. All right. So I support the call for the special prosecutor to come in, but to interdict him on really what basis? Okay.
Because if it is established,
exactly, you are just basing on a creation of the presidency. It is not. It does not really have any legal backing. As much as the tax payers' money has been expended, yes, it is right for him to account. But to interdict him, that is where my challenge is. Okay. Let us ask the special prosecutor to come in, investigate, and come out, publish your findings. Yes, I support what the Fourth Estate has done so far. Brilliant job. Let us also have the state taking a keen interest. The special prosecutor comes in, establishes that, yes, indeed, XYZ offenses have been committed. Yeah. Then the legal battle takes place. That's as far as I am concerned. Okay. All right.
Fair enough. Jeffrey.
Yeah, I think the call for a good yeoman's job done by the Fourth Estate. And I would also always say that, the media, I really salute you for your good work you've been doing for this country. Some of these things, they live with us, but perpetrated by our own friends and our family.
Sadly.
Aliens don't come here to steal from us.
Sadly, yes.
It is our friends, ourselves. We steal from ourselves. Yeah. The call from the minority needs serious attention because these persons are representing 137 constituencies. That's millions of Ghanaians, and they are speaking for these millions. However, their call must be directed.
You're talking about the minority.
The minority. Okay. However, their call must be directed to the state institutions in charge of corruption. Like he rightly said, maybe the BNI, CID, Special Prosecutors, Attorney General's Office. All these institutions must come up and then see this matter as a serious matter. Now, let's go back to the scholarship thing. For me, personally, I'm so angered, I think it has outlived its purpose. Go and bring a list of those who went outside and qualified for this course, who are still here working. Go and bring that list for me in the past 10 years. Let them bring a list of those who they sponsored. If they don't have it, then somebody must go home and somebody must go to jail. But if they have it, let them give me a tall list of all the people who have received it and then tell me where they are working in Ghana and what they have done for Ghana. Now, let's go forward. The fact is that, look, abuse of politically appointed heads by politically appointed managers, yes, because they are politically appointed. I mean, what do you expect? Let's not play the ostrich role here. And sometimes I can go careless for you to forgive me if you can. That look, even if you use an NPP card, to select all the people who qualified. Are they not Ghanaians?
Yeah, Ghanaians.
My worry is the fact that we shall handle. You see, they'll come and confuse us with the political side of it. And then when we are jumping and crying, Ghanaians will be confused and they'll be talking NDC and NPP. When the real issues are there, I don't care. And I'm stating it on national TV. I don't care if it is the NPP General Secretary who qualifies. He's going to do a course in maybe a medical field, and he's a doctor, and he's coming to operate Ghanaians, and it's a specialty, and we have to pay for it. I don't care.
Okay.
I care if you are offering the course in Ghana, and you pump all the money to go out there. That is where I care. Look, that political allocation that they are talking about, that look, it will be difficult for me to say this guy is NPP, this guy is this. It will be difficult. But I want to see a Ghanaian who qualifies. So how do you do that? You need to know, are the persons qualified? Is the person having the grades? Is the person a needy person? Okay? If we say needy, we don't say,
yeah, I agree.
It could be a middle income home or even a rich home.
Yeah.
But they need some touch up.
But the fees are such that you need help.
Rich men also get into some face corners sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree.
If the business turns this way to the right and you have 2 filling stations and you are running into the red, you see the 2 filling stations but they are in red. But the Ghanaian eye sees the man as a rich man because he's still driving a Benz. So around the time, if he needs some support, he can also apply. But the grades and the course is very important. Look, their courses, are they available here or not? The next one is, how fair and equal are the costs? Because, look, sometimes you see somebody's cost. For example, if somebody's cost cost is around $30,000 or $10,000, look, that can educate like a whole year group. A whole year group, listen to me very carefully. In UPSA, maybe the whole year group, like let's say the 3rd years, their whole fees, that is one person going to UK to offer the same course that they are offering here in Ghana. So you are depriving the opportunity from giving it to one batch of 40 or 60 class people, and then you are giving it to one person. That's what we are talking about here. Look, how connected are those courses to our natural resources we have? Let's say, for example, you are going to do something in cocoa processing. So the moment you come, you're coming to add up to the value chain acceleration in cocoa producing. So if you come and we bring you here from that training, are you signing bonds to come and help us? Majority of the people we know, I'm saying friends and family, because we know them. When they go and do it, they don't come back here. So you see, it has shifted from the main brain of Kwame Nkrumah and the torchbearers that, look, let's export these guys out there, bring them back, import them back here, and come and grow industry. We've lost it. So let's stop it.
I agree.
Then the next one is we have to gauge the returns. What have we gotten back? You are investing money. And these are finished offline people. Degree holders, master's degree. What have they brought back to this country for us? Look, for the way forward, this time I'll say it again, what I've been saying. Our own is a thinking problem. This country, our own is a thinking problem. We don't have any other problem again. It's a thinking problem. We are failing to think.
Yeah.
Because you are going to do MBA. When Legon has MBA students here, Central University is running MBA, go to UCC. Look, I don't have any less respect for my colleagues who studied abroad. But after their masters, when they come here, Master Dukadaya, we match them boot for boot. You can say maybe I'm jealous or whatever you want to say. But I have never, my friends know me, I have never dreamt of going to study in the UK. Why?
But our education by and large in terms of the tertiary level is very competitive.
Senior, I'm saying go and bring the Oxford.
I have people, friends who've been outside to do postgraduate studies, and they talk about how the first few months they were there in the UK, it was like, wow, is this the course? Because we've done all of this. This is master's
They come and tell us every
we've
time.
done all of this already. You know, it's like and it was it was very easy to
You
get
see,
in
when it comes
and to get
when it
going.
comes to the young men who are struggling and smuggling themselves into the UK, then we, the ones who are red, come and tell them it's brain drain. We are worse off. The educated ones are worse off. You see a first class student, second class upper, they are struggling just to go to York University. With all due respect to York, with all due respect to, I mentioned some of them. I don't even want to waste my time looking at those ones. Mention some of them. Which of the universities? Harvard and whatever. Have your Harvard. Go and bring the Harvard guys to come and fix the country. Where are they?
Yeah,
the Harvard guys are here.
Yeah, here.
The York guys are here.
Yeah.
We still have this one. They say it's not Doomsday. It's what?
It's Doomsday.
It's dark and lovely.
This is Doomsday. It's what?
It's dark and lovely.
Dark and lovely.
You have to be in the dark, but it's a lovely darkness. No. They say it's not Doomsday. Wow. This one is this one is dark and lovely. This one is, you are in the darkness, but this one is a lovely darkness. In some time past, when you are in the darkness, it was abusive. People would die. But this one is a lovely one. We are told by the minister we should love it because this one is lovely. So this dark and lovely.
Timetable?
Sorry?
Have you presented your timetable?
No. We
You must submit your personal timetable.
you see, today we'll have a shade on tomorrow. But I've always told people that whatever you plant today, you will reap.
Right.
Look, let's
Let me
engage
have it
the
by
trainers.
Yeah.
If it's all about York, then go and bring the York lectures to Legon. That's how easy you can get it.
Yeah.
Because when you take 1,000 students there, it is the same lecturers who will lecture them. How many lectures do you have in York University? I want to risk it. I want to bring all of them down to Ghana. The monies you are paying right now, you can pay a fraction and get all of them to be here.
Yeah. Pay a fraction.
I have told you, I'll repeat it. They can come and beat me. I said our problem is a thinking problem. Ghana, our problem is a thinking problem. We are not thinking.
There's no
Because
lie.
if we are really thinking, you take PhD students out there who have gone there, they are PhD, they are doctors, they want to lecture, bring them down here. If you don't want that system, bring the white man over there with money. Just like you dole out money to pay coaches. So go and dole that same amount of money and bring the lecturers here. And let's pay them rather than dole the money to pay for that tall list you have over there. The next one, you have to equip the institutions. When it comes to the science field, they tell you, oh, the laboratories there are very, very high equipped. It's equitable to the land cruisers. The land cruisers they are driving. When they sell 2-3, you can buy the laboratory machines, the same equipment.
Yeah.
Yes. So you go to the next one.
Interesting
Just
point.
look, eliminate the courses that are offered locally. At the end of the day, by the time you do these ones, there's only a few, just a minute few, who qualify to go out there. And for them, they are coming to special fields. Like I said, Coco, when they come here, he's going to the laboratory, he's going to do this. Asana is still sitting in the bed. You come and do something about it so that we can preserve it for days.
Yeah.
A Ghanaian is busy now in Liberia, Honorable Odum, again, to help them like he helped Nigeria to have their rice boom. DR Congo has called my father again. He's gone there again. He's going. You see, the prophet has been rejected from hope, and he's on his way. He's going around the continent. And Ghana, we are here. Since the days of Aveime up to now, our rice boom is yet to come. Finally, look, let's screen properly and select well and reduce costs. In all these, nobody can come and tell me they don't know. We saw do you remember that list that came out some time ago? We saw politicians on both sides.
Yeah.
We saw people who could have land cruisers, but they were needy. Look,
Supposedly needy.
Ghanaians are not angry enough.
Anyway,
See, because if you look at the poor people who are in this country, in this country, they're very poor.
Yeah.
They're very poor. I've told you, poverty is in 3 classes. We have hardship, we have poverty, and we have extreme poverty. You come to tree, it is a hunchere. Oh, you are hunchere, you here, and you are here, boo boo. I have fimo, now you're here, but take play. So basically, it is when you come back here and you analyze it well, those who have to cry in this country, they've even lost their voice and the capacity and the strength to cry. So we have people, after eating, then they come and cry. Those babies who eat, they feed with left and right. You are MPs. You also get the scholarship.
Ministers,
you also get the scholarship.
Not just MPs, ministers.
When you finish, then you get the platform.
And CEOs.
And you come and complain. This one has delayed. The allowance, you pay back. We also want the loans. We also come and give Jeffrey Kansi 30,000 loan.
And just before we went for the break, we were speaking about the Scholarship Secretariat and fallout of all the things that are happening there. The minority is demanding for the interdiction of the registrar over alleged political influence. And Paul says he doesn't believe necessarily that interdiction is the solution, but rather creating a proper legal framework within which the Secretariat would then function. And so that when people break the law, we know that they've broken the law. Kabuje also spoke about the fact that it's important for all of us to look critically at what it is that we want to do as a nation, and make sure that those who really need the funding are given the funding, and not those who are just connected and so can afford to use their connections to access funding for when they can actually pay, you know. Paul, I know you wanted to say something.
Yes.
You know that actuarial science is actually studied in Ghana.
Kuku.
As advanced as the course is, as new as it is in terms of courses of study, we do it in Ghana here. Anyway.
Kuku, before we went for the break, I just wanted to make a quick interjection. That you see, if somebody is offered or sponsored $50,000 to study in the US for an MBA, that translates into somewhat 650,000 Ghana cedis. Imagine the number of students who could have been in the universities, but presently home by virtue of lack of funds, to study. We could have sponsored in the least 130 students. That is the list. That's even if we have to pay like 5,000 cedis per head.
Yeah, and this is tuition fees you're talking about.
Yes, and if we are to pay, say, 3,000 cedis per head, look at the number, 217
students.
Just for $50,000.
And one person has taken it to wherever.
You see, and the sad part of it all is that our curriculum currently, even in the universities, is always the study of human behavior. If we are all to admit, it's all humanities. Just check. If it is not marketing, it is accounting, social work, what have you. And where we need them the most, the engineering, the doctors, we don't have much, pushed in there.
No, but we have private
and we are lagging as a nation.
Also set up an engineering faculty.
You see, how many students go in there as compared to those who offer, say, marketing or accounting or any of those HR?
Fair enough.
Just let's ask ourselves. So we need to have this deliberate, decision as a nation that this is where we want to be in the next 50 years. And so we are training our human resource towards that side. We are developing our human resource towards that side. But if it is at the end of the day, one party will decide and sponsor its affiliates, and then they go outside there, and then we have, say, 5% returning, who at the end of the day will still have to go back because they are not able to, go through or get any meaningful employment here. They will still have to go back. And that has been our challenge. All right. So I am still advocating for a legal framework, and then that more or less spells out a proper criterion or criteria as to who a needy person is, and how much the state will be willing to sponsor such a person, and the sort of benefits that the state will also at the end of the day derive from whoever is sponsored, to wherever the person goes.
All right.